We heard a whole lot about corruption in 2025, but amid the flurry of conversations about different politicians' behavior or ongoing investigations, something else was missing from these conversations. I'm talking about the systematic erosion of U.S. anti-corruption policy by the Trump administration. Let me give you just one major example. In March of 2025, the Trump team significantly pared back the enforcement of the Corporate Transparency Act. The CTA was this major step forward in combating transnational money laundering and corruption in U.S. markets. It would require businesses to report to the United States who exactly was benefiting financially from their activities, a way to root out, for example, illicit shell companies in U.S. markets. But in March of 2025, the Trump team suspended the enforcement of the CTA guidelines for all U.S. businesses. Now, purportedly, this was done in the name of U.S. companies, with the justification that the CTA's requirements presented a barrier for small U.S. businesses to operate, and that American companies would flourish absent such restrictions. But in reality, anti-corruption guidelines like the CTA exist for the benefit of the American people. The reporting requirement was a way to combat transnational and foreign corrupt actors using U.S. markets for their own gain, and often at the expense of legitimate U.S. businesses. And this is just one example of the many ways that the Trump administration has been undermining our anti-corruption tools. They have eliminated entire offices and programs dedicated to anti-corruption. They have loosened transparency and anti-kleptocracy laws, and they have stepped back from the fight against corruption around the world in different countries. But corruption is a persistent, cross-border threat. This loosening of anti-corruption rules, both here and abroad, presents a risk to the American public, but also to democracies around the world.